What's going on? What's going on? Today is 4th of July. See what's going on. Okay, there we go. Today, 4th of July. I see a lot of my Hispanic people saying that they don't want to celebrate the 4th. I get it. Man, that shit bright as a motherfucker back there, ain't it? Go on over here, man. Go on to another part. I woke up this morning with the kids on my mind. I've been seeing and hearing a lot of stuff going on. Chicago, I seen something get party or something got shot up. On our side of the track, yeah, that shit bright too. Do it right here. On our side of the track, a lot of little street beef going on. You know what I'm saying? So I said, man, listen, Joe Jose M, they not saying I got a badge. I showed them the badge. How you gonna say I got something I showed you? Man, they still talking about that badge? Man, tell them, go put hashtag Wack 100 got a badge. Shit. You can't tell me something I showed you. Shout out Hip Hop Council Super Chat. Appreciate you. On the side and no side. So yeah, Frank Malloy. Frank Malloy put 30 rats. It's funny you put that because I just had the pest control people leave my house. You know, this is summertime, spraying for ants, you know, cockroaches, whatever may be outside in the grass. I don't know, shit. First of all, to the youth, it's a few things I want the youth to learn from me. And I got to salute the youth. I told R&B go get me some I sent to her that I seen this morning on social media. The problem is when the youth doing something crazy, we talk about it. But I seen our prison population has declined from 1.6 million to 600,000. And that's based on the commitment of crimes by our youth offenders. So, shit. 1.6, half of 1.6 is 800. We damn near 65% down. You know what I'm saying? So I want to salute the youth. So youth, listen. I know y'all watch me on YouTube. Y'all hear me on Clubhouse. Y'all watch me on No Jumper. The first thing I want you to learn from me is be who you want to be. Don't care about what the other people talking about. Be who you want to be, who you choose to be. Never follow the leader unless the leader is a great teacher to the student. If you got a leader that's playing dictatorship, get away from that individual fast. Now, I had a conversation this morning about gangsters. Who's the gangsters? And they saying, and I said, well, the internet. They like, ain't no gangsters on the internet. I said, no. Y'all call people internet gangsters, so we got to include them. And it's sad to say that the ones on the internet are getting more money than the gangsters on the streets. The ones on the internet got a louder and bigger voice and more reach than the gangsters on the streets. The ones on the internet are traveling the world with passports. I say that to say this, youth. The only people that want you in the streets are the older individuals that failed to find a way out of the street. If you are going to ignore or turn your back on anything and anybody, ignore and turn your back on anything in the streets that's trying to get you to follow in their footsteps. Now, you ask yourself, Wack, why do you say this? All right, cool. You looking at a dude, he ain't got no hands, he missing a leg, he ain't got no hands, on half his ear cut off. And he tells you, you ask him, hey man, how did you get like that? And he tells you, come on, let me show you. Do you want to follow him? You want to look up and you got an eye missing and a leg missing and an arm missing? No, you go the other way. But let me elaborate on what I was just talking about. This is what made me want to do this. U.S. prisons population is shrinking. The era that built it is fading. Incarceration in the United States peaking in 2009 with over 1.6 million people in state and federal prisons. The peak came 18 years after violent crime in America reached its high in 1991. The system expanded for decades, fueled by long sentences, strict sentence laws, and high rates of recidivism. Most individuals who ended up incarcerated began their contact with the criminal justice system in their teens or early 20s. For decades, that steady influx of young offenders stocked and restocked the system. Those cycles built the prison boom. That dynamic is shifting. Today, fewer young people are committing crimes, being arrested, or entering prisons. Let me reiterate that. Today, fewer young people are committing crimes and being arrested or entering prisons. See, we need to applaud that. We need to applaud that. I believe the daddies are daddying, the mothers are mothering, and our children are listening. Because in my time, wasn't no daddy. The mama was the hood mama. And we had to raise ourselves. All right. This matters because youth offenses have historically served as the primary input to the incarceration sentence. Forgive me, system. Let me reread that. This matters because youth offenses, this matters meaning the number of people that are in jail, have historically served as a primary input to the incarceration system, which means if they get you to go into jail at 12, like I did, it's a good chance when you get out, you'll come back at 13, 14. And then you'll get out and you'll come back at 16, 17. Then you'll get out, you come back at 19, 20. And then by 22, you get a life sentence of 50 years, which contributes to the increase over the overall prison system. And this just is in California. This is in the United States. The result is measurable. Since 2009, the U.S. prison population has been in steady decline. It is now on pace to drop to about 600,000 incarcerated individuals, according to updated projection from Keith Humphreys. Prior to that, it was 1.6 million. So we went from 1.6 million in '09 to 2025, 16 years later, to 600,000, which is a 65% type of drop. The long wave of crime and punishment that defined late 20th century America is breaking. A different statistical reality is now taking its place. All right, we need to applaud, and I repeat, our youth. Hey, it ain't perfect, but it's on the right track. Again, you listen to me. When you hear me say on par road, that's a part of me with who I am and where I come from, right? That's not the part you listen to. That's just a habit forming thing because that's where I come from, right? But when you hear me say I don't gang bang, and I haven't gang banged for multiple decades, that's the part you listen to, right there. You listen to that part. Look, if it's a group of people over there and they hanging out and they dressed in colors, and those people are getting the attention of others in that immediate circle, don't worry about it. Maybe that circle ain't for you. Like today is 4th of July. I can do it in my backyard. I can go to one of my artist homes. I can go to one of my buddies' yachts down in Newport Beach. I got different circles that if I want to attend or have the company of, I can go these places. Always keep your options open and close the doors to those options that will minimize you having options. We applaud the youth. We always want to talk about the dude shot this dude, or this dude shot that dude, or they did this, or they did that. We quick to talk about that on the internet to make it look like we even gave them a new name, YNs. The YNs is horrible. The YNs is terrible. Yeah, but guess what? The YNs have stopped going to jail 65% less than our generation. So the YNs is on the right track. All right, it looked to me like the YNs is doing exactly what they supposed to do. Now let's talk about options. Man, I'm sitting around, I ain't got nothing to do. I can't get a job. The economy is screwed. Go to the military. You 18. Bro, go to the military. I believe the little, first couple months you'll get through it. Think about it. It's women in the military. If that female could get through basic training, so can you, right? Go do you a 4-year stint, see the world, get paid. We fight wars different now. You get what I'm saying? Come out the military with all your credentials, with medical benefits, and then if you want to go to the police academy or you want to continue to go to school, you can go to school while you're in the military. I'm not telling you not to go into the nursing field or not to be a brain surgeon or have ambitions on being a doctor or a lawyer or a fireman. But I'm saying if you're sitting around and you're 18 years old today, and when you step outside your doors, you plague with dope dealing, killing, gang banging, prostitution in the streets. I'm telling you, give yourself a better option to give yourself time to think and figure out what exactly it is you want to do. Remove yourself from that environment. Go someplace to where you don't have to worry about those type of things where you can think. Go somewhere to where your mama know that when that phone ring or when she hear them shots, it's a great chance that it ain't her baby boy or her daughter. We got a lot of our women in the internet. You know what I'm saying? Calvin, you said that's not an option. I don't know why. I've seen at least 10 to 12 youngsters through the military, and they're all home. Maybe two of them dropped out, but the majority of them are home. They making six figures. They got their security clearances. They're working at Boeing. They're working here. Some of them into law enforcement, so on and so forth. Right? Unfortunately, us as Black people, we don't have a lot of resources to say, "Hey, you just got out of high school. Let me give you a job." We don't have that. A lot of us is still struggling to find a way ourselves. You get what I'm saying? We just don't have it. It's not there. So I'm saying buy yourself some time. Don't sit here on the street and you next thing you know you rolling the blunt. The next thing you know you in the garage playing video games and one of your buddies say, "Ah man, we got this pill, you know, some women coming by, man, we finna turn up," and you pop a pill and just your luck, your first time trying this, and I've seen this in my own neighborhood, this pill is laced with fentanyl. And next thing you know, you unalived yourself at the tender age of 18, 19, 17. No, weigh your options. Weigh your options. Any man that's telling you to do anything that he did that led him down the wrong path is the man that you want to get rid of. You can learn something from this individual, right? Because you can always learn something from an idiot. How not to be an idiot. That's what you learn from an idiot. How not to be an idiot. Let's hit the like button, the subscribe button. You on the Hunter Show. This is tied directly to the Hunter side of Clubhouse. This is tied directly to the exposers. And right now, me and Poetic Flacco, we're running a campaign, a marketing promo campaign, to where you get interviewed on the Hunt side of Clubhouse. You get interviewed on this channel here. Flacco, when you see him running his content on YouTube where he points to at the end of his content, hit the link that should be showing up right here and he points to it. You will get your song and on your IG or your YouTube or whatever content, whatever link you provide us to promote, we will definitely put it there. It will be shared on the Hunter Show Instagram story page, as well as Poetic Flacco news page. The link is in my bio on the _ the Hunter Show. Fill that out, put all your information in, R&B are notified, so we'll get right to you. We got about 5 people scheduled who interviews will start this week after the 4th of July weekend, right? So once again, what else can I do? Let's say I'm handicapped. Let's say I have something wrong with me where I can't go to the military. Google, um, drop shipping, YouTube. These tools can teach you how to start a business right from your home. If you're bound to a wheelchair, you got asthma, for whatever reason, right? There's things out there that can teach you how to literally start a company by watching YouTube, Googling, and using some basic common sense. Now, Wack, what will you help me with? You need to know how to start a corporation, trademark some things. You need a little startup capital. Tap in with us, man. Hit R&B, R_ANN_B. Or pull up on us on the Hunter side of Clubhouse. We 24/7 over there. Put in the chat. Need to have a business conversation with Wack. And one of my admins and leaders will definitely get a hold of me and one of the spies and let me know to pull up to the room to have that conversation with you. We troll a lot. We do a lot of things on the internet because we understand the algorithm, right? But we getting too far off in the deep end with talking about things that I'm starting to feel now is influencing our youth to want to talk about the same things. Um, Gang banging. Gang banging is very real. There's no future in gang banging. There's no retirement plan in gang banging. There's no uplifting of your family or your children. There's no real education in gang banging. Gang banging is there for people that made the wrong decision. Uh-oh. Is that what Wack means by when he says he doesn't gang bang? Exactly. My first step is towards making the right decision. See, when you gang banging, you're restricted to the decisions that you can make. You have to make the decisions that's established by the gang bang. Whether you agree with them or not, whether you think it makes sense or not, you have to make the decision that the gang bang is stipulate. So, this is why you always hear me say, hey, I'm from where I'm from. I can't rewind or erase that. I really grew up, went to school, played football, basketball, elementary, junior high school, went to jail, got my first tattoos, first squabbles, whatever you want to talk about in the good old city of Pacoima, California, home of some power rules. Hey, that's where I'm from. Is that where I'm at right now? Of course not. The moves I make right now, is it driven by gang banging? No. That's why I had no problem signing an artist who calls himself the famous Crip, right? I didn't discriminate against Blueface because he was a Crip. I looked at everybody's analytics, looked at what everybody was doing, and this individual file fit the description of somebody I felt could be successful, and I could be successful in business with. He just so happened to be a Crip. Now, was I going to look at him and say, all these things check out? But because he's a Crip, I'm not going to do the business with him. But these other profiles that ain't checking out because they bloods, I know it says you ain't going to be able to do nothing with it, and they not going to go as far as you could throw them. But because they bloods, that's who I'm going to do it with. No, that's the decision of a gangbanger. The decision of a man, which is something you have to be before you could be a respectable gangbanger, if that means something, right? You have to be a man. So I'm telling all the youth, listen, I'm not going to even say it should be your last option. Gang banging, robbing, stealing, drug dealing, drug using, killing, and gang banging should be no option. None whatsoever. It's too many things you can do. It's too many outlets. Trade school, the police academy, I believe at 19 to 20. I could be wrong. Again, you can Google this, right? They will let you into the police academy. Um, this whole thing of telling our youth in the hood, if you the police, use a bitch. If you's the police, use the rat. Hey, listen, this is the way I see it. We all complain about being pulled over and this white cop that don't come from where we come from is harassing, making us step out the car, doing things, unaliving us because they're abusing their authority because of who we are and who they are. Okay, well, the only way to get this right is to balance the books, right? And the only way to balance the books is if we put our people in place. If we put our people behind the steering wheel or in the passenger seat of that squad car, right? It's the only way we can balance the books. But you can't do that if you constantly telling the youth what they bet not do or can't do or else. Gangbangers. I would love for my little homeboy or one of my homeboy's sons or nephews who I knew grew up writing them projects because that was just what they could afford. I would love to look up behind them twirling lights and he's getting out the car to come and question me. He's not going to be nervous and scared to deal with me My mannerisms or the way I speak or the tattoos that may be on my face or visible on my neck is not going to intimidate him because he comes from that. He's not going to pull his gun out and tell me step out the car and start having all these preconceived thoughts about what I might be doing or could be doing, right? But again, this can only happen if we motivate our youth to go through these doors, to open up these doors. Super chat, Charles 2.0, appreciate you, right? Youth, first thing you got to do is tune out the BS. Anybody telling you what you can't do, tune that out. Anybody telling you what you shouldn't do, but not giving you direction on what you should do. And if the should do doesn't make sense for you, tune that person out. Period. The gang bangers. You ever seen Tombstone? The Cowboys? See, the Cowboys was the gang bangers. The gang bangers is getting chased out of town. Their first enemy is themselves because a lot of them are now telling and cooperating with law enforcement. Their second enemy is the graveyard because a lot of them is dying, old age, whatever it may be. The third enemy is the prison system because at 30 and 40, they're giving them 30 and 40 years. The fourth enemy is poverty because they can't figure it out. A lot of these dudes are suicidal. And I'm going to tell you this, youth, these old dudes, majority of them, don't want to see you doing better than what they did. Tune them out. We need a new movement. Like y'all create a new movement of music, a new movement of how y'all dance, a new movement on social media when it comes to TikTok. Listen, listen to me. Tune out. Tune out those people that want to tell you what you can't do. Right? Wack, you Paru. You ever notice Bloods and the AB use the same gang signs and similar ink? Derenji K, I don't know who you are, but no, I don't pay attention to gang signs. I can care less about a gang sign, period. Those people throwing up too many gang signs, I hope you get arthritis in your fingers and you just stay that way. Christopher Germain, super chat, appreciate you, right? We're here to first salute the youth because you guys have caused a decline in prison incarceration of over 65% from 1.6 million to 600,000. Secondly, I'm here to motivate the youth. Motivate the youth. Youth, whenever they tell you no, no means go. When they telling you what you can't achieve, when they telling you that your idea does not make sense, don't listen to that. Put it into motion. It's 10 things that probably need to be done. 5 of those things are probably right there on your phone through Google and simple basic research. The other 3 out of the 5 you might have to create. The other 2 you might have to dig to make happen. But everything in life that's successful has never come easy. And a lot of times when we see something, we're like, oh man, look what he got going on. He been working on that 5, 10 years. See, there's no tree that's 100 feet tall, 10, 20, 30 feet tall, with these strong branches and leaves that doesn't have a root. The root was birthed by a seed. So your idea on what you want to do is a seed, right? Your setup of you doing your research on what you need to do, right, is the root. The time you put into it, right? Your will, right? Utilizing your resources grows the tree. And from that tree is going to be many branches, right? My tree got many branches. I got music branches. I got truck driving branches. I got real estate branches. I got manufacturing and distribution branches. I mean, I got branches. You know what I'm saying? So the more branches you have, a little more you can go out there on the limb, if you know what I mean, to the youth. Now I'm gonna be proposing some things to Adam as I did to Remo. Remo's our point man. He creates a lot of shows at No Jumper. Let's create teen talk, No Jumper teen talk. You know what I'm saying? Like we got the newsroom. Let's let some teens in our local area come in there and have their conversations because a lot of our youth are watching YouTube more than us. So, no look for No Jumper to start implementing a few more things outside of what we already do, right? I had a conversation with uh, Compton Rick Rock this morning, and I gave him a great idea, right? Calvin Trending, you've been talking crazy. You on a 5 minute timeout. Get up out of here. This is a positive room. Take that negativity somewhere else. Wack doing the big U developing options. Nah, definitely not doing the developing options. Um, I did see the football programs, the back to school programs, uh, continuation. I seen that. That was positive, but a lot of other stuff they had going on, I was oblivious to. I learned about it when y'all learned about it. Right? Let's subscribe, thumbs up, like, get the subs up. R&B, she's gearing up. She got one hell of a show coming called Ego. Kevin Samuels in reverse. So you men, y'all better get ready. You women, y'all better stand up and beat your chest for this black queen because she's damn sure stepping in the middle of a storm of representation of you guys and being the voice of a lot of women who are scared or intimidated to say the things that you guys really want to say because our women are actually the one going back to schools, um, continuing their education, and corporate America moving up that ladder at a very, very, very fast rate. So we got that coming. But let's get back to the youth, man. Today's 4th of July. I know a lot's been going on in the world with ICE. Those that are celebrating America, let's celebrate America. Let's take the day, bro, and eliminate the violence. Hey man, go hang out with your family. Take the mean mug off, man. Relax your cheekbones and your face muscles and laugh and get caught up with Aunt Joyce, man, and see what you know Uncle Al been doing. Uncle Al just may say, man, I got a couple spots open, man, down at the warehouse. If you and your buddies want to come down there and apply, I can get you in. Go on down there, man, and kick it, enjoy some of that good old barbecue. You know what I'm saying? And watch some of the hopefully legal fireworks get popped and shot up to the sky. And take this day, man, to kind of free your mind, man, and relax a little bit and kick it with your family. Let's not take a bottle and turn it up, pop no pills, and grab a pistol and say, let's go put some work in, right? We need to change that terminology of putting work in. Putting work in need to be, what did you do that's productive today? Youngster tell me he putting in work. I'm gonna ask you to show me. Show me, what did you do? Did you fill out some applications? Did you find out or cross out a few things that you wanted to do on the business you want to start? We got a lot on the internet, and it's gonna stay on the internet. I'm not gonna say we're gonna get rid of the trolling because we're gonna troll. We're gonna do our thing. We're gonna expose. We're gonna talk about the things people want to talk about. This is the world we in. Some people listen to rap music. Some people listen to opera. Some people listen to gospel. Some people listen to R&B. Some people, listen to dance hall. Some people listen to heavy metal. So it's a lane for everything. For our youth, I'm just here today to let you know it's more lanes than the one that's right in front of your face. Look left, look right, look behind you. If a guy behind you is screaming saying, hey man, what you doing up there? Come back here and lay down here in the pothole with me, run or switch lanes. And I'm gonna leave you with that. We got 400 some people in here. It was just on my heart when I read this insert. I saw about the decline of prison population in the United States of America, not just California, due to the youth not going to jail as much as they used to back in the 90s and early 2000s. 2009 is down from 1.6 million to 600,000. Now, what does that mean? It's a flip side to that too. A lot of our correctional officers, they're going to be out of a job. And that's the sad part. But hey, I'd rather they find something else to do than our youth being what they doing 5, 10, 15, 20 years at a time. Shout out to those who gonna spread this. Um, I do something crazy, y'all spread it. This is a positive situation for our youth. Your little brother, your son, your nephew, your neighbor, right? Spread it. Somebody need to hear it. I'm gonna go to the chat, answer a few questions that make sense. I'm gonna answer this for y'all. The badge, I flashed the badge. My daughter called in the no jumper Thursday. Super chat, OG Blue from Queens. Shout out OG Blue, salute, good dude. Got a YouTube channel. Y'all go over there and check out OG Blue on YouTube. But my daughter called in. Adam asked her about the badge. My daughter knows where the badge comes from. Actually, it kind of comes through my daughter and her people. So y'all tune in to the Adam and Wack show, 12 o'clock noon this Sunday, and y'all gonna find out the real badge Wack has in his wallet, what kind of badge it is, and where it come from, and how long I've been badging. They say, Wack, a street ninja ain't supposed to have no badge. Well, I'm not a street ninja. I'm just a ninja that at one point in time used to be in the streets. Shout out to Jackie Chan. Okay, I'm that type of ninja. I'm getting paid. And at the end of the day, certain things, if it makes sense to me, again, the gangbanger got to follow some other type of rules. If it makes sense to me to do, and it's within means and my reason, and I can live with doing it, I'm going to do it. So y'all tune in to the Adam and Wack show this Sunday. My daughter, who orchestrated me getting this badge, who knows where it comes from, was there when I got it, is going to tell y'all what kind of badge it is, where it come from, and how long Wack's been having this badge in his back pocket. In the meantime, youth, we applaud you. Incarceration is down from 1.6 million to 600,000. I want to look up next year, and that 600,000 says 250,000. And let's keep working towards closing these institutions down. Now, we do need prisons. All the rapists and people like that, child molesters, y'all should be up under the prison. Y'all shouldn't have no lights, no canteen, no TV. Y'all shouldn't even have nothing but one sock. You got to rotate. Um, some drawers and half a t-shirt and one sheet. That's it. And they should throw about 3 different type of rodents in your room every day and let you deal with it. That's what they need to do with y'all. But the rest of us, it was just in there for making bad decisions, right? Because we was a product of our environment. That's okay, right? Stand up, use your mind. As Mr. Douglas would tell me, one of my counselors at Camp Miller, at Fred C. Miller in 1990. Mr. Douglas, I don't know if he's still alive, but if you out there or you Mr. Douglas's family, and he worked at 433 South Encino Canyon Road, Camp Fred C. Miller. He was a counselor, a black man. He would always say, I look at your grades, I look at your test scores, and I look at your behavior with gang. Terrible thing to waste. And you are wasting your mind. You are wasting your mind using your intelligence to do things that breed ignorance. I'll leave you with that. Until then, thumbs up, follow the page, follow the queen, R underscore A N N underscore B, follow Christopher Lovejoy, follow the exposers, Ghost One, Prince, my man Lavish, 215, and catch up with us on the 100 side of Clubhouse. And again, Wack 100 Poetic Flocko, you've been exposed. Up and coming bloggers, YouTubers, rappers. You need a like and need people to see who you are. Trying to redirect people to your Spotify, to your YouTube channel, to your Instagram. Go to underscore the 100 show. Go to the top link, click the link, fill out the information. It'll go to the queen. She'll get it right to us, and we'll schedule it. It's multiple videos that's on my channel that breaks down exactly what we do. So come on, y'all. Let's get y'all exposed. Youth, I applaud you. Continue to keep up the good work. This 4th of July, everybody stay low, spend some time with your family. Smile.